Shalom, 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 kwam yashala. Just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rekaha, Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and that do teach one that have taught me this truth. To you I say shalom, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Okay, so I was just watching Elder Apostle Tahar's video, and the title of his video is called "Eve Knows That This Eclipse is a Sign of His Complete Downfall." And while watching this video, I thought of scriptures and precepts while he was explaining it. And by the way, this is talking about the eclipse that's going to happen on April 8th, 2024. And by the way, that's my so-called birthday. Funny thing, the 8th day of April, that's when I was born. It's funny it's happening on that day too, but that's very serious because this signifies the end of Esau's kingdom, and that's what Elder Apostle Tar was going into. And also he brought out the point about Yahushua being on the cross, and there came an eclipse, and then you had the Roman centurion come up to him and looked at him, you know, after he gave up the ghost, and said, wow, this man was truly the Son of the Most High. Right, so with that being said, Esau, the so-called white man, he knows that his time is short. Kind of reminds you of the scriptures, the joy of the hypocrite is yet for a moment. Right, so this devil knows that he's going to fall. He's going to fall and be kicked off the throne. And Jacob is going to take over. 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Now, let me get some precepts. This is joy of the hypocrite. Joy of the... This is Job 20, verse 5. Now it says, so it says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Yeah, and he is a hypocrite. You know, he's an actor. He's an imposter. He's pretending to be the righteous when he's really the wicked. But his triumphing, which simply goes into his rule, is only for a short time. Right? It's only for a short time. Eventually he's going to fall. That's pursuing to Job, the 14th chapter, in the 5th verse, seeing his days are determined. Right? Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. I'm just going into that, so his kingdom is set up for a set period of time. And after that set period of time, that's it. Once he's expired, he's expired. He's going down. And these things that you're seeing in the heavens, these solar eclipses, that's what they're telling you. We're nearing that time. And it's also nearing the time of the Lord's return, Yahushai. So just keep that in mind. All right, so the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Okay, a hypocrite is an actor and a thief. If you're an actor, then pretty much you can be a good thief. You know how to lie. Now it says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach onto the clouds. Yeah, he's gotten all these riches. He's gotten to a high prestige. Starting with America, because America represents the so-called white man. Because America is the world's hegemon. Number one. That's the so-called white man. He's number one. Right? Everybody has to go to him. All nations flow onto him. Right? So through that, he has gotten resources, riches, power, right? Control. And it says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. So he's going to perish forever like his own doo-doo. Right? They which have seen him shall say, where is he? That's right. Where are you? Where is this guy? Weren't you the one that was destroying the earth? Going into the part where it says perish forever like his own dung, think about it, because, when you use the toilet, when you take a number two, when you finish doing your business, you wipe your ass, you throw the tissue in the toilet, you're not thinking about that doo-doo. that's being flushed down the toilet. You're not thinking about that. You just go along your business, and that's going to be the so-called white man. Just like a piece of shit. Excrement. You're not going to think about that. That's this devil. That's how he's going to perish. And once this devil's gone, good riddance. Everybody's going to be happy and they're going to rejoice. Okay. Now, let me get to Job 14 and 5. Job chapter 14, verse 5. Actually, I'll start at verse 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. That's true. You know, and that's very universal. You know, that's in all things. You know, you can't bring a clean thing out of an unclean thing. That's confusion. And we know that the Lord, he's not an author of confusion. Right? Okay, it's all about order. And this devil in his current rule right now as we're speaking, or as I'm speaking, this guy will try and change that. He's trying to tell you that. You know, he's trying to tell you that a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man. We're all equal. You know, that's unclean, man. All right, that's unclean. So, anyways, it says here, verse 5, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. That's right. So he's set up to do what he's set up to do as that vessel of dishonor. Right? So he's set up to bring forth death and destruction because that's his blessing. His blessing is a sword and the fatness of heaven and the dew of the earth. Right? So he's set up to be an oppressor. He's set up to be a tyrant. He's set up to be a hedonist. He's set up to be wicked. And also, he's also that wrath that is fitted for destruction. That's Romans 9 and 20 on down, I believe. So that's how he's set up. He's set up to be destroyed. So that goes into how his kingdom is set up. He came into power during the Renaissance period, during the 1400s. Really starting 1492, when he came over here, when he came over to the New World, starting with Christopher Columbus and those conquistadors. Right, so they started ruling, and then now, 500 plus years later, we're starting to see his end. Right, so he was set up to rule for a period of time, but he can't exceed that. Once the Lord takes him down, he's going to go down forever. So the Lord is setting up his bounds, and he cannot pass, even though he wants to. When you go into Psalms 49 and 11, because his inward thoughts is that his houses shall continue forever. But that's not in prophecy. That's not what the Lord wants. So let me get that. Psalms 49 and 11. It says here, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. That's right. Right? And that's the thought of the wicked. The wicked. Right? Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. That's right. We're never going to go down. We're going to rule for another millennium. We're going to rule for another 1,000 years. We're never going to go down. I'm going to pass down my wealth to my kids, give them generational wealth. We're gonna name the cosmoses and the planets after our names. That's how they're thinking. That's why they're tapping into that evil energy. It's with CERN, the CERN project, mashing particles together to open portals. Man, that's their inward thought, is that their houses shall continue forever. Figuring out new things to continue their rule. All right, so let me go into Matthew chapter 5, verse 25. No, Daniel chapter 5 and 25. Because there was a writing that was on the wall during the Babylonian era, which was our captivity, the Babylonian captivity. And that kingdom was set up to rule for a period of time, Salakia, for a period of time. And Daniel, he interpreted the writing to, I think it was, his name was Belshazzar, which was Nebuchadnezzar's son. He interpreted the writing, and he told him what it meant. It meant that the Most High has numbered thy kingdom, and it is finished. And your kingdom is eventually going to be divided and given to the Medes and the Persians, right? So that's exactly what's going to happen to modern day Babylon. Because the scripture says, riches are not lost, riches are translated. That's in the Apocrypha. We get that. Because the kingdom is going to go to the Israelites. And everything that you have is going to be given onto them. Let me see if I can find that. Riches are translated. Oops. Oh, my fingers are so bit. My fingers are so clunky, man. Translated. All right. Okay, so this is Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Exactly, right? So the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's what's going to happen. We're going to get the kingdom. Daniel chapter 7 and 18, the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. For Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, right? So riches are never lost, and it's just translated from one people to another. Likewise, rulership. So when you go down, we're coming into power, right? That's all it means. All right, so let's go back here. This is Daniel chapter 5, verse 25. And it says, actually I'll start at verse 24. Then was the part of the hand sent from him, and this writing was written. And this is the writing that was written, Men Tekel Afarsin. This is the interpretation of the thing. Men, the Most High hath numbered thy kingdom and finished it. Tekel, thou art weighed in the balances and art found wanting. Perez, thy kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. Wow. So pretty much, man, the Most High has numbered that kingdom. He numbered its days. The years and days of its continuance. Right? It was numbered by the counsel of the Most High. And now this term has expired. And that's why you're seeing all these signs in the heavens, like these solar eclipses, these lunar eclipses. That's the Lord letting you know this kingdom is about to expire. We're almost out of here. Beautiful. So let me get 2nd Ezra's chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Now, what does that word world mean? That word world is really going into eon, which is an age, a set period of time. And the so-called white man's world, his set time of rulership is up. It's done. And Jacob is the beginning of it that falleth, and that starts with Yahushai and King David on down, and the rank and file, pretty much the nation of Israel. It's our time. Now we're going to come into power. Right? We're going to come into power. Let me get Job 9:24. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? Hasn't he done that? And you know, as of late, you saw who? Vladimir Putin. He came out and he showed all the Russian icons. And all the old Russian icons were really the saints that were in those icons. They were of dark skin, which they're letting you know that's how the real Israelites looked. They were black, so-called black. That's who the saints are. They're so-called black men and women. right? So now that information is out there. That information is out there, letting you know that who the true people of the Lord are, and that shows that Esau's time is up, because the truth is coming out at the very end. But I just wanted to bring this out, that the earth was given to this devil to rule for a period of time. It was actually given to him by the Heavenly Father. It also goes into Romans the 13th chapter. Be subject to the higher powers, right? And the Lord, He has put this devil in a position of rulership to fulfill prophecy, to fulfill His word. But just keep in mind, he's going to go down. He's going to go down. All right, I want to get one more. Let's get Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. There you go. Okay, so the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. That's right, we're going to take it by force. Go into Isaiah 60, go into Isaiah 61, how the kingdom of heaven is going to be. Man, we're going to have complete control, complete rule, complete dominion. And these Gentile nations, they're going to have to serve us and pay tribute unto us. So the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. That's right, take the kingdom by force. And that starts with Yahushai, when the 144,000 and then the elect. Okay, so yes, just want to bring this out. Hope this was edifying. I just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rekah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and that do teach well and that have taught me this truth. To you I say Shalom.